So one of the first things you want to do when you are preparing to sew a buttonhole is you're actually going to change how the bobbin is threaded. So you're going to want to pull your bobbin out of the bottom of your sewing machine, and then when we thread the bobbin, it should still be spinning clockwise, so you actually don't even have to pull it out of the bobbin case. It should still be spinning clockwise, so the circles go to the right. But then we're gonna take our thread and we're gonna put it up through the hole in the end of the finger of the bobbin case. So I'm gonna find the end of my thread and I'm going to thread it through the hole of the bobbin case and then pull it all the way through. So then it looks like that. And then I'm going to flip my bobbin case back around, put it back in my sewing machine and lock it in place. And then hold my top thread and turn my hand wheel so my needle goes down once and then grabs the bobbin thread again and pull it back out. That hole in the finger is going to make it so that our stitching for our buttonhole is a lot smoother. Before we can put the presser foot onto the sewing machine, we need to measure how big we need to make the buttonhole. So on the presser foot, there's this little red mark right here in the middle, and that is marking where the sewing machine is currently sewing. And then on the left, there is a red marker that slides that marks where we need the buttonhole to stop. So what we do is we take our button, we lay it on top of the presser foot with the top edge of the button lined up as close as we can with this little red mark, and then we slide the slider to mark the bottom edge of the button. And then, so that the button can actually fit through the buttonhole, we also need to turn the button sideways like this, and wherever we left the slider at, we're going to line our buttonhole up, or our button up with that mark again, and then we're going to slide the slider just a little bit more to include the width of the button. And then when we put this on the sewing machine, we're going to use the two red markers. When the two red markers line up down here at the bottom of the buttonhole, we will be able to tell the sewing machine to turn around and go back and sew the other side of the buttonhole, and it will make the buttonhole exactly the same length on both sides of it. The next thing you're going to need to do to sew a buttonhole is you're going to need to change the presser foot. So you can actually do this while your sewing machine is still threaded. Right here on the left side of the presser foot, there's a little metal handle that if you push it back, it will release the presser foot. And you can see right here there's an opening. That's where the presser foot fits onto it, but we're not using this one anymore. So instead, we're going to grab our buttonhole foot with the measurements already made for how big our buttonhole needs to be. And if you try and put it on from this side, it's actually not going to fit. So instead, you're going to go on the right side, and it has the same opening right here in the middle that you can slide onto the cone that it needs to fit on, and then the handle that we pushed away from us to release the other presser foot, you're going to pull it back down so that then it will hold your presser foot in place and it won't release it anymore. So once your sewing machine is set up with your bobbin re-threaded, with the thread going through the hole in the bobbin finger and your presser foot on and your buttonhole measured on the presser foot, we need to also turn the sewing machine to the buttonhole stitch. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to push 0. You will see on the screen it will set it to stitch pattern 10. That's what a buttonhole is. And then it will pop up with this little picture that has a flashing side on it, and that will tell you what part of the buttonhole is currently being sewn at that time. So this is going to show you that it's going to start on the left side, and then as you sew the buttonhole, different parts of that little map will light up to show you exactly which part of the buttonhole you are sewing. And then you know exactly where you're at and how much of the buttonhole you have left to sew. Okay, once we get our sewing machine all set up with our buttonhole foot on and our machine threaded and we've tested it, make sure it works correctly, we can put our scrap fabric in and put our presser foot down. And then I'm going to push down with my foot on the foot pedal, and I'm going to watch for the little red mark by the opening of the presser foot. It is going to slowly come and line up with where this red plastic piece on the side of the presser foot is pointing to. So I'm going to start going with my foot. And if it seems like it's starting to get stuck, it's not. But I'm just going to watch for when it gets lined up with that mark. And when those two red marks are lined up, I'm going to push the backstitch button. So I push it, it will automatically go back. It will sew the top part of the buttonhole, and then it will go down and it will do the right side of the buttonhole as well. And when it gets down to the bottom of the right side of the buttonhole, it will finish, and it will seem like it's going to get stuck, but it's going to finish doing the bottom edge of the buttonhole, and then it will automatically stop like that, and then you know it's done. After I finish sewing my buttonhole, I can look back up here at my map on my screen, and if I see the word auto, that means that as long as I don't turn my sewing machine off, my sewing machine will keep sewing buttonholes exactly the same size that I just made. So that's why you want to do a test buttonhole first, and then you can put any piece of fabric back in your sewing machine as long as you don't turn it off, and it will sew another buttonhole exactly the same size as the one you just made. After you pull your fabric out, you'll see your finished buttonhole. It should look very nice and smooth like that. And then to cut it open to test and see if it's the correct size, you'll fold your buttonhole in half, and then with some little scissors, you will take a small little snip right here in the middle of the buttonhole, being careful not to cut the sides of the buttonhole that you just sewed. Then you can open it up, unfold it, and carefully stick one of the ends of your scissors in there and slowly snip the buttonhole open. So since you started in the middle, you got to go from go to the one end, and then you can flip around. And I forgot to cut my threads, so we'll move that out of the way so it's not being annoying. And cut from the middle, cut that buttonhole open. So it'll look like that. And then you can grab the button that you chose, and you should be able to fit the button through the buttonhole fairly easy. If it's a little bit tight, that's actually good. That's how we want our buttonholes to be made, so that when our clothes are buttoned, the button doesn't slip back out. But it should fit about like that. And you're going to want to make sure that you test the size of your buttonhole before you sew your final buttonholes on your project, because unpicking a buttonhole is terrible. But that is how to stitch a buttonhole.